All right, back at the Imagine AI Live pop-up podcast at our conference here. We got a special guest. This is somebody from the Church of Latter-day Saints, Mormonism, in shorter words. Could you please tell us who you are and what you're doing here?
Yeah, so my name is Matthew Havertz, and I work at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It's a worldwide church with like more than 17 million members all around the world. 17 million?
Yeah.
Yep. More than 17 million members all around the world. And ever since officially, the church was organized in 1830, and the growth has been exponential since that point. So as far as the numbers show, I don't think there's any indication that that's going to slow down anytime soon. It just continues to grow all over the world, especially in like South America, Africa, and other areas.
Just to clarify, are you a spokesperson of the church?
No, that's a great question. So I'm an employee of the church. I work in a department that helps create media related things for the church. And it's a pretty big department in the church. We have like a worldwide conference every year that has millions of people listening live around the world in different languages. And so our department does that conference and also does other media related things on the church's website, graphic design.
How many people are in your team or in this department?
Yeah. So in our department, there's several hundred people. I don't know the exact number.
And why did you come to Imagine AI Live?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So I work on a team in my department that focuses on improving our processes and trying to make things more efficient. So we're interested in how technology can help us do that. There's new systems that we try to implement or improve efficiencies with handoffs from one team to another team. And AI is one of the tools that can help do that. And so I was actually hired around 7 to 8 months ago in this position specifically. I worked in a different position in the department before this to focus on what AI tools can we use to help improve things and make things better.
Great. So coming from the media department, I assume that the AI content creator session that we had this afternoon was beneficial to you. Did you take anything from that? Or
yeah, thank you, by the way, for putting all of this on. This has been an awesome conference. I think there are so many things that I've gotten out of this. Everything from connecting with the speakers and talking about like specific projects that we're working on and seeing if there's opportunities that we can collaborate or figure out how to work together, to some specific notes that I took about like making things more efficient. So at first, when I showed up, I was like, oh, we're all going to be in the same room for most of the time, watching speakers the whole time. This is a different kind of conference than I was expecting. But as we got into it, I was surprised by how much I like that format and how much I got out of it. And I've taken so many notes that I feel like it's hard to synthesize it into like one or two things because there's so much.
We could always just throw that into ChatGPT and ask it to synthesize something for us.
That's true.
So it's just really interesting to me that there's somebody from a church here, a religion. And what do they think about AI? Like, what does your church think about AI?
That is a great question. So I just want to emphasize again, I don't speak officially as a representative for the church or a spokesman at the church, but there's actually been a lot of publicly released information from the church about AI. And so that I can read a few of those things. What we believe in apostles, just like Jesus had in the Bible, he had his 12 main disciples, his 12 apostles. And so today we have 12 apostles in the Church of Jesus Christ.
Are you going to tell me that AI is a new apostle?
No, that would be awesome. Actually, I don't know if that would be awesome. That would be maybe alarming. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
But no, one of our, actually a couple of our apostles have publicly spoken about AI. There's an event that happens, we're headquartered in Utah. Yeah. And there's an event that happens in Utah that is unrelated to the church at all. That's called Silicon Slopes. That's how part of Utah's branding itself is the tech companies that are on the Wasatch Front, just near the mountains in Utah, have kind of this reputation for being on the bleeding edge of some new technology. And one of our apostles of our church was asked to speak at that conference. And his name is Elder David A. Bednar. And he said this: a lot of people think that the leaders of the church are kind of uninformed. We have a lot of opportunities to learn from some of the best people in the world about artificial intelligence and some of the latest technological innovations. there could be few things that would help the work of the Lord advance more rapidly than that kind of technological breakthrough with translation. So he's specifically talking about translation, but there are so many different things that AI can play a role in. The church also plays a big part in another conference that happens in Utah, in Salt Lake City, every year called Roots Tech. It's a family history conference because the church is big in helping people to learn their family histories. And we had one of the executives at Microsoft, his name's Jared Spataro, actually speak at that event. And there was a whole session dedicated to AI and how it can help genealogists and family history experts write songs about their family history for a family reunion or help write stories about their ancestors.
So you would say that Church of Jesus Christ and Latter-day Saints is embracing AI too. Yeah. Is that different from other churches?
Yeah, I would say so from what I've observed. Now, I don't want to say all other churches because I feel like I have seen spaces with other churches who have embraced AI for translation, and getting the word out.
Like Christian evangelicals. I feel like we get some hate on Facebook from like people commenting that like AI is the work of the devil and things like that. I just wonder if you know of like, is there a certain, what do you call it, branch of religion that is very anti-AI?
Yeah, well, the first one that comes to my mind, and I know I'm not going to offend anybody here because they're not going to see this, but it's like Amish, right?
Okay, yeah, for sure. I mean, anti-tech.
But no, I think that there are some pretty probably ultra, and I don't mean this necessarily in a political sense, but ultra conservative branches of different religions that are much more hesitant to embrace new technology. But I've also heard it within my own church, members of my congregation or family who are worried about AI. And I think there are things to be worried about. Obviously, deep fake technology, scams that happen. That actually leads really well to another point, which is the church released an article. It's called Guiding Principles for the Church of Jesus Christ's Use of Artificial Intelligence. It's on the church's news site where they released principles that are going to guide our use of AI. And I think there is an element of being a little bit cautious within that while still embracing what can help, like Elder Bednar said, move the work of the Lord forward. And so there's things like making sure that we disclose to members and to others when we use AI so that they know.
Yeah, if it was AI generated.
Yeah.
So I would love to like actually get you on the full version of this podcast.
Okay.
Because I just think it's fascinating that you're working with Mormons, you're in the media team, trying to spread a religion, and embracing AI and trying to make your processes more efficient. And I live in South Korea, and there's members of your church there that are trying to convert people on the street and stuff, and it's fascinating for me. I'm glad that you're here, and thank you so much. I don't know if you have a parting word, if you want to shout out something or say how people can find you.
Yeah, I would just say if there's anybody that's been here at this conference that's listening to this that's interested in connecting with us, we partner with different vendors to be able to accomplish the work that we do all the time. There's a lot of work that we can't do fully internally, and we need to collaborate with other companies and teams to be able to get things done. And so if anyone's interested in connecting and would like to make those connections, you're welcome to look me up on LinkedIn, send me a message. If you want, I can get you information to put in the description. But
sure, and it's Matthew.
Yeah, Matthew Havertz.
Okay.
So,
well, Matthew, thank you so much. I hope the conference isn't over yet. I hope you continue to get a lot out of it, and let's connect afterwards.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's one small step for man, one